falling so deeper. I'm stealing. I don't wanna feel things, but I need her.
Beat it out like touch it right, fuck it right. Baby got that, she know it. I can see the ass by the.
Welcome to High Style Sundays. We down here at the Dream Factory, the exclusive lounge and studios. Y'all know what's going on. Got La Boca Tequila.
Yes,
we got
sir.
down here. We got all flavors. We got Spliffy. Got a little wine on the table.
Yes.
For a special guest, she fed us today, man. Got Chef Ray.
Yeah. Zora's Kitchen.
Zora's Kitchen is in the building.
Yes, sir.
For everybody that doesn't know what you do, what you're about, let them know.
Well, my name is Chef Ray, and I'm a self-taught chef, and I did not give myself the name of chef. I didn't call myself chef. I was given that name. So, self-taught chef, been cooking for a long time, but I actually started my business about 2 years ago. And I actually named Zora's Kitchen after my grandmother, because actually my grandmother is the one that taught me how to cook. So, and she actually taught me about soul food, flavors, all of that. So, shout out to my grandma, rest in peace. That's Big Zora.
Okay. Now, are you from Baltimore?
I'm born and raised in West Baltimore City. Yes.
Now, take us through, like, growing up. Was it like, did this path lead to you being a chef, or like, what was that like?
Actually, no. My mother died when I was very young, so my grandmother raised me. So from there, that's when I learned about, the Southern ways of life and way to sit and way to, sit at the table and put down your forks and everything and all that kind of stuff. But once my grandmother passed and she got sick and everything, I kind of went a different way. So I started being around people or things I probably shouldn't have been around, but you know how that goes. Mm-hmm. But I went from that, and then from there I just kept pushing for real. I always wanted to finish school. I finished school, and I wound up getting married and had a baby, and I put a lot of things on the back burner. But once my daughter started getting older, that's when I was able to actually kind of focus on myself. So that's when I started trying to follow my dream.
And now, coming from, a few things that you said, how would you compare your childhood to today's childhood in Baltimore?
Well, I think my childhood was a little bit different, even though I had some bumps in the road because I didn't have a traditional upbringing with a mom and a dad. However, I was raised with morals and values, and I think, I hate to say this, but Baltimore is lacking a lot of morals and values and things. Like, I couldn't talk back to anybody. Like, they say the Bible says, honor thy mother and thy father. They weren't just talking about the mother and father. They were talking about any adult, period. And things aren't like that anymore. So I was raised that way. Like, my neighbor could spank me. Can't do that now. So I think that is a problem. Yep.
Is there like certain things that stand out to you that you would change?
You know what? I would say yes, but then I'm going to say no, because what I went through made me who I am. And sometimes struggle builds character. So I'm going to say I'll do it again.
I like that. Now, what did you want to be like when you were growing up? Because, we've tasted your food, it's amazing. But what did you want to be before the chef? Like, what was that?
You know what? I kind of fell into this, but I was very indecisive because being a single parent, it was like I kind of would think one thing, but then I had to stop school. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm going back to school. I got to stop again. It was just like a lot of up and down. But one thing that I can say if the pandemic ain't bring the hustle out of you, then I don't know what will. So that's what happened with me. And I was going through some personal stuff, and it was a pandemic going on. So this is how everything really came together for me. One thing I can say is it also taught me that just because you have a degree, the pandemic taught me that just because you have a degree does not mean anything. My cousin had a PhD, lost his job. Supposed to be, he has a PhD in chemical engineering. Lost his job, they didn't want to pay him. So just because it basically taught me about entrepreneurship. So I just wish I was raised that way. I was always raised, go to college, get a job. Now, what I'm trying to instill in my daughter, yeah, go ahead and take a couple classes, but you got to have more than one hustle because you don't know what's going to happen.
Okay. And now, what was like the first meal that you like actually professionally cooked?
Okay, you mean on a catering?
Catering, anything, what was that first meal?
OMG. Okay, I'll say this. My first big catering order that I ever did was for Tammy Rivera's sister, Becky.
Okay.
And it was on a large scale. It was presented to me to do it. I was so scared, but I was not going to say no. I was like, I'm going to do this. Like, and it was like from there, she just kind of took me like from the first day I met her, and she was just like, here go my phone number. I'm like, and from there, she really like, she supported me, and she pushed me and was like, if anybody tell you to stay in that job, they not your friend. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, you got it. And she really encouraged me. Shout out to Tammy. I love you forever. But that was my really first big break. And I didn't even have Zora's Kitchen yet. It was like, I didn't have anything professional yet. The opportunity came and I just did it. And actually, to be honest, her mom helped me with the name of my business. Miss Mona. Shout out Miss Mona. That's my baby. So when I was trying to get everything together and I said, I'm going to take this all the way, that's who I called. I was like, I need some help. I was like, hey, what do you think about this? And she was like, I like it. Zora's Kitchen. Yeah, do Zora's Kitchen. I said, all right.
Okay. What was it like, cooking for? I know there's a bunch of high name celebrities that you cook for. Like, name a few for us, and what was that? Like, what's that energy like?
Okay. I'm always nervous. That's number one. But I think nervousness shows that I'm humble. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not cocky or overconfident, but I'm always nervous. But it always comes together. So, of course, the first person was Tammy. Then I've also cooked for Stokey Carmichael. Um, then I believe it was Just Hilarious. I've also cooked for Money Jake had my food one day in the club when I was in there. Money Jake had my food. Um, I cooked for Shy Glizzy. I cooked for let me get it together. I gave the food. Jeezy wanted his food. I was at backstage when they were here last summer. So Jeezy wanted some food. His manager was like, bring the food. So I don't know what happened, but I didn't hear nothing bad. So I guess Jeezy was happy. Shout out to Jeezy. And I also made some food. Bootsy had to leave, but I had food for just pretty much the whole camp. Trying to think who else. Judy from Bad Girls Club. Judy, my baby. I got the voodoo for you bitches. That Judy, if y'all don't know. Big Sexy Official. ATL, that's my baby. Always supports me, pushes me. Love, 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 love. I'm going to get it together.
Nah, you good.
Thank you to La Boca. I can't remember everything. Thank you.
There you go.
Um,
Nah, but with those names that you named, what like has that journey been like for you to be like You're still trying to get it
I'm
going.
so grateful because it's like I haven't been doing this that long,
Right.
and it's people that has been doing it longer than me, and they can't even say the same. So I just like thank God for like putting me in position and putting people around me. That's why I'm saying like you gotta really change who's around you sometimes because you're not gonna get your blessing when the wrong people around you. So when you get rid of some stuff, sometimes the overflow comes. And I just like it's been overwhelming. Like it's been overwhelming, but I'm grateful and I take the challenge.
Okay. And like, where do you hope to, take Zora's Kitchen? Like, what's your overall goal with that?
My overall goal is to at least leave a legacy for my daughter. I have one daughter, and her name is Zora too.
There you go.
Um, and I would like to have like eventually like different locations. That's my goal.
Within like in Baltimore or nationwide? Are you saying?
Nationwide,
Okay.
at least on the East Coast, like at least on the East Coast. But then I feel like I don't want to sound cliche, but I cook with love. And when you cook with love, like I listen, I listen to Jill Scott when I'm cooking. You gotta cook with love, and it's when you got attitude, don't cook no food when you got attitude. You gotta cook with love. You gotta be in a positive space. So I just feel like I cook with love, and I want to share it with everyone.
Do you think like, cause sometimes there's people that believe like every woman should be able to cook. Now, how do
Mm,
you feel about that statement? Do you feel like that's something that we're lacking nowadays, or something that doesn't even matter?
it matters. I was brought up by a Southern grandmother. My Southern grandmother cooked every day. Some leftovers sometimes, but for the most part, she cooked every day.
Mm-hmm.
However, this is the flip side of it. Back then, the man worked. He was the provider. So women were able to stay home and cook and clean and sew and all this other kind of stuff. But now, sometimes some of the dynamic has changed. So the same men that were there then on here now. Now they on the Xbox, and you know the woman got to go work. But then they want the woman, the woman come home and then he's sitting there on the Xbox, or he cheating on her on Instagram, looking at the Instagram hoes, and it's a little bit different. But he want that woman to come and clean up, and he want that woman to pay all the bills, and the dynamic has changed. So I do believe I think it's very important, and I pride myself that I cook and I do all that kind of stuff. But I feel like it got to be for the right one. If you just doing all that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say no, but if you got a man that's bringing home the bacon, he doing what he's supposed to do, that man deserves a home cooked meal when he come home. Period.
Okay, okay, I like that. I like that. I like that.
Period.
Now, what's like, and I'm gonna keep it towards like the cooking, like chef side.
Okay.
What advice could you give to like somebody that's up and coming? They don't really know what direction to head with their cooking, but they maybe just sell dinners for now. What advice could you give to
Okay. I'm gonna tell you a story. True story. Starting dinners. And still to this day, that's how I kind of started doing dinners. Um, and that's how somebody reached out to me about like it started with dinners. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever kind of research you can because it's so crazy. Because I hate to say it, a lot of people don't want to see you win, and that's just what it is. They don't want to see you win. You got to get like it's people that inbox me. I'm not even where I want to be at, but I guess I inspire some people, and I'm just one of those people. I'm one of those people that I'll tell you things. Like I can tell you, like, well, how you saw the LLC, and I'm like, well, it was during the pandemic. I went through LegalZoom. I did this. I did that. Everybody doesn't want to share, and I feel like that's how you get your blessing. Because if you can help somebody else, why not help them? It's enough for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's so sad that it's people that just hold each other down. Like for what? It's enough for everybody, and that's how you get your blessing, man. So I just feel like for the next person, just reach out to people. Like I said, I got a story. It's crazy, and this is true. When I first started, I'll show it to you on my phone. I'm thinking about people in Baltimore that I know have made it, and I'm like, yo, who can I reach out to? I hit Just Hilarious. I saw how she was helping people. So I said, hey, my name is Chef Ray. I just started a business named Zora's Kitchen. Is there any way I can like talk to you about promotion? I would love to cook for you, blah, blah, blah. I ain't hear nothing from her. Never looked at it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Next thing you know, when I was working at this club, she would be down there with someone. Anyway, she would be down there with someone. And that person knew me that she would be with. And he was like, yo, she love your fried fish, yo. She love that shit. Like, boom, 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 boom. And then she got to seeing me. She was like, girl, where the food at? And then it got to the point where she would send him, just say, you made that shrimp Alfredo today. You did this, you did that. So I'm getting stuff together. Next thing you know, I want a surprise, you know. So I did a whole like dinner for her. It was a surprise. She didn't know. She came in like, she didn't know it was me at first until we got to talking. And she was like, girl, that fish. Yes. Oh my God. Like, and it was like crazy. And I shared the same story I'm saying to you all. And I'm like, this is crazy. If manifestation is real. So it's like, it went from, I didn't hear from you. I'm right in front of you now, cooking, like I'm seeing you and you asking for me. And now I'm sitting right in front of you. Like, this is wild. So that is like, yeah.
Okay.
True story.
Nah, I like that. So what's like the best food you ever made to you so far?
Okay. I'm not gonna say to me. People rave over my oxtails. Like rave over my oxtails. I know people like other stuff, but people rave over my oxtails.
Okay. Gotta make sure we try that.
Yeah, got you.
Now we got you got any last words? You got any shout outs? Anybody want to shout out that you may have missed? Anything?
I don't wanna make anyone mad. Shout out to everyone who has like supported me, down to my real friends in real life that talk to me, and we're not just friends on Instagram or social media. Big Sexy talks to me like in real life. Judy talks to me in real life. Tammy talks to me in real life. Miss Mona talks to me. Like certain people just really keep encouraging me and pushing me and giving me that like tough love. I appreciate that. Like I don't want people around me that sugarcoat things. So I appreciate all that from everyone. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thank you, God. Thank you for my opportunity. Thank you.
Let us know where we can. Of course, I know it's Zora's Kitchen LLC. So let them know you're here in Baltimore.
Yes, I'm in Baltimore. You can contact me on 443-306-5147 to book me. You can also DM me on Instagram, Zora's Kitchen LLC. You know what? I think I said the wrong phone number. 410-306-5147. If that isn't right, however, you can always go to the bio in my link.
Put that link in the bio.
Yes, and hit me up.
There you go.
Hit me up. Hit me up.
Great food. You know, we got everybody in here full, ready to even eat some more. Appreciate you once again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure and an honor.
Y'all know what's going on. We're down here at the Dream Factory, the Super Lounge and Studios.
Yes.
We got La Boca. You know we drinking La Boca every day.
Living La Vida La Boca.
I appreciate you once again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.